Hi everybody, I'm sure you all heard the news about the zombie apocalypse. This horror movie genre becomes twisted real-life news headlines. Gruesome cannibal cases in Miami, Texas, and Maryland turn fright flick screams into real-world nightmares. So Tampa, Florida. First came Miami, the case of a naked man eating most of another man's face. Then Texas, a mother accused of killing her newborn, eating part of his brain and biting off 3 of his toes. Then Maryland, a college student telling police he killed a man, then ate his heart and part of his brain. It was different in New Jersey, where a man stabbed himself 50 times and threw bits of his own intestines at police. They pepper sprayed him, but he was not easily subdued. People started saying, acting like a zombie, and the whole discussion just kept growing, becoming a topic that the internet couldn't seem to stop talking about. The actual incidents are horrifying, and if how people are talking about them is any indication, fascinating. And in America, where zombie imagery is used to peddle everything from tools and weapons to garden gnomes, they all but beg the comparison. The violence we're used to, cannibalism and people who should fall down but don't, that feels like something else entirely. So many strange things have made headlines in recent days that the Daily Beast assembled a Google map tracking instances that may be the precursor to a zombie apocalypse. And the federal agency that tracks diseases weighed in as well, insisting it had no evidence that any zombie-linked health crisis was unfolding. Alright? Now here's this article here. It says Maryland man arrested after admitting to killing eating roommate. Alright? And this article here, zombie apocalypse spreading fear before transit of Venus 2012. Zombie apocalypse rumors are spreading fear across the U.S., coming before transit of Venus 2012. The reports suggested that people are fearing for their lives, but this whole thing is fictional and nothing to do with reality. Zombie apocalypse is being talked across the world. For several days, this has been hogging the limelight, without anyone really able to reason why it has become such an important issue right now. But in my view, given the fact that many people have been predicting the end of the world in the year 2012, the term zombie apocalypse comes easy in such cases. Last year there was a warning by Centers of Disease Control that suggested there was a chance of an impending zombie apocalypse. The CDC had asked the people if they were prepared for an impending zombie invasion. A report in CNN.com, while talking about zombie apocalypse, has a detailed introduction of the term. It says that the term means the impending end of our world when people who have died rise again in rotten corpses. A CDC report, while talking about the zombie apocalypse, says we've all seen at least one movie about flesh-eating zombies taking over. But where do zombies come from, and why do they love eating brains so much? The word zombie comes from Haitian and New Orleans voodoo origins. Although its meaning has changed slightly over the years, it refers to a human corpse mysteriously reanimated to serve the undead. Though ancient voodoo and folklore traditions, shows like The Walking Dead were born. The report says that it may become a reality, as many popular fables have people believe on such reports. The CDC reports adds, the rise of zombies in pulp culture has given credence to the idea that a zombie apocalypse could happen. In such a scenario, zombies would take over entire countries, roaming city streets, eating anything living that got in their way. The proliferation of this idea has led many people to wonder, how do I prepare for a zombie apocalypse? But the report goes on to add that it is well prepared to take on it and save the world from any danger arising out of it. Now what gets me, folks, is this. Oh, that's not the other article here. Rudy Eugene identified as naked Miami man who chewed victim's face. So you can go ahead and check out this article as well. But what gets me is this prank that went on in Miami, Florida, just happened a few days ago. Alright? This is ridiculous, and this is very, very crazy and very dangerous. For one thing, this guy is walking around in a bloody shirt, acting like a zombie, trying to scare the hell out of all these people walking on, the boardwalk and walking on around Miami. So this is just downright stupid, right? When everybody's already in a panic and in a fear state, people are freaking out because of the so-called zombie apocalypse that they're hearing on the news, which there is no zombie apocalypse. Right? It's just a bunch of people acting really crazy that are on drugs. I mean, this just needs to stop. All right? People out there need to start taking responsibility for their actions and don't really push any more fear in the world that we have so much fear as it is. I mean, there's already an economic collapse going on right now. The government's trying to push for more drones to fly in our skies so they can use them to spy on us and probably to shoot us down. The government's already out of control. People are waking up about the Federal Reserve, the big international banks. People are waking up every single day about how much their lives have been enslaved for such a long time. All right? The real zombies are people in uniform. They're wearing badges. Cops are the real zombies here, folks. You ever look at a cop's face? You can see there's no humanity in them. I mean, they just act like a zombie. They're like walking around with their sticks and tasers, right? And they all jump in a group to attack maybe one person, right? Beat him with their stick and tase the guy, and that's like 6 or 7. It takes 6 or 7 cops to do that. That's like a zombie apocalypse, but not in a way that they're eating their brains or eating their flesh or anything. They're just basically beating them. I mean, that's the police state that we live in today. That's the zombie apocalypse that's going on right now, folks. But we're not aware of it. We say, oh, police are there to protect us. They care about the citizens. They love the people. The last time I checked, most police officers out there have been basically, firing tear gas, shooting rubber bullets, using their tasers, their sound cannons. I mean, they've been doing everything to harm the people around us. And that's called terrorist activity. So the police are becoming like the real zombies because they have no compassion, no empathy within them for another human being. But then again, that's my term of what a zombie kind of looks like, because right now a lot of us are acting like zombies because of the way that we're behaving in our society. I mean, you look at consumers. I mean, remember on Black Friday last year, you had a whole bunch of people rush into a store for pieces of plastic and a handbag and an Xbox and a PlayStation. I mean, they're beating each other and they're acting like animals in a store just for a few products. So yeah, we're consuming zombies, basically. I mean, we might not be chewing on our arms or eating our brains or anything, but we're attacking each other for products. It's ridiculous how our society has turned into this mindless, enslaved, sick, and twisted world that we all created together. And we have to really change everything internally inside ourselves and change the way we behave and stop this bullshit. All right, especially these two guys down in Miami pulling off this prank on certain people. It's just to basically continue on with the fear, continue on with the panic of somewhat of a zombie apocalypse. That's not a good idea. Plus, that guy could have got shot too. All right, I'm pretty sure anybody out there in Miami, if they saw him and they had weapons on them, I'm sure they will probably shoot him in the head. Will not think twice, because that's how people are. Right? They think that there's some zombie out there. They'll shoot him, or some guy acting out like a zombie, because they don't know. All right. So that's not a good prank to pull off. So if you're going to pull off a prank, don't do something that stupid. especially down in Miami right after the story of the guy eating another man's face. Okay? So please, folks, stay calm in these times. It is chaotic. We are in strange times. Things are getting weird. I understand that. But we have to stay calm. We have to stick together, do our research, wake up, and start creating real positive change in our world. Do we want to create our own Armageddon, or do we want to create our own paradise? It's our choice. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.